you feel good, gonna make you feel good, gonna make you feel good, gonna make you feel good.
You are now in tune to the American Philly Film Gorilla Podcast.
It's alright,
Yeah,
it's alright,
let's get it.
it's alright.
Yeah. What up? This your boy Jermaine Quick, aka EQ Philly. And you know what, man? I'm gonna call myself EQ Philly for the rest of the podcast. You know what I'm saying to you? It's much easier to go by one. And two, that's what I started this game with, EQ Philly. Everybody knows me in Philadelphia as EQ Philly and abroad. Even Trey Songz says, "What up, EQ?" You know what I'm saying? So today's episode is about filming with a vision. And I chose this topic because I think a lot of people as guerrilla shooters, we don't really put a lot of vision in our shots. We just happy to actually have a camera and some people that are willing to participate in our venture. And so sometimes you got to have a vision if you really want to take your films to the next level. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is having a good storyline. You got to get a good storyline, something that people can relate to, something that, gets people aroused to even want to be a part of the situation. And once you got that storyline, you definitely need something that is relevant to what's going on today. Okay? And so with that said, after you get your storyline going, you want to map out your scenery within the story. Sometimes our minds and are bigger than our pockets. You feel me? And so when your mind is bigger than your pocket, sometimes you are envisioning something that you can't afford. But there are things in your city, around in your local area that look very expensive, areas that look very good, that you can film and still get that professional look with the right mapping when you map out the place and different things like that. And that takes me to, choose places with depth of field. Places that when you look in the background, it has some exciting scenery to look at. And even though you might have scenes where you're concentrating on the actor or actress that is in the film, you still want scenery that is appealing to the eye so that people know that you took the time out to shoot the film. And you want to choose places with color. You want a place where it's very vivid in color, if possible. Some places won't be vivid in color, and that's okay. But if you can get some places with some vivid in color, you want to make sure that your cast members' colors are relevant to that scene as well, which would give a dynamic look to the picture. Sometimes you may not have that choreographer on set to do all of these things, but you have to have that eye of the tiger to be able to analyze the situation and say, hey, this is going to work for this scene, And when you can do that as a guerrilla shooter, you put yourself way ahead of the game when it comes to shooting. And so the other thing I want to talk about is getting there early. That is very important for a guerrilla shooter because you don't want to capture other people that are not supposed to even be in the scene of the film. And you also don't want that drama of the police stopping you in the middle of filming. So I advise people, like I do, is sometimes you might do a reading first, or you might practice first before you get on set. And when you get on set, you want to have things mapped out in your head to where you can tell them very easily what you're looking for, and then they can follow through. People love that type of energy and extra work that you put into it because they feel as though they're achieving some things when there's a director there that really knows what he wants to see and how it should look for his film. So you want to get there early. You want to schedule a time where all your cast members can be there. I know it's very hard because a lot of people are doing a 9 to 5 and trying to make ends meet and whatever the case may be. But you have to use a time that the cast members that need to be on the scene can be there, okay? And that is very important to the production. And you want to always cater to your cast and crew, especially if you're not paying them up front and they're getting paid on the back end, or maybe if they're not even getting paid at all, but they want to know that their time is being utilized properly. So you want to make sure that you plan a schedule of time that is accessible for them and accessible for you. And you should always get there first. That is very important. You shouldn't have your cast members on set before you, because they look at you as unorganized and is not prepared. And so as a guerrilla shooter, you want to make sure that you as an individual are always on point with what your vision is so that they can see it and adapt to it and become the best actors on the set for you. So you want to get there first. And last but not least, which is very important that I think a lot of people don't do, is show love on the set. Your energy is going to carry your film. If your energy is off, your film is going to be off. If your energy is off for the day, your actors and actresses are going to be off for the day. You need to bring love to the set no matter what's going on. You know, makeup might not be right or clothes might not be right. You still have to show some integrity and some love, some value on set so that people still feel confident in themselves and to shoot your film. If you want them to resonate to your film and give you the best work possible, you have to bring that energy necessary for them to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to put my 110% into it and it's going to come out great. You know what I'm saying? And so this is something that a lot of people lack on set. They lack the ability to bring love and some type of energy to the set that's going to be conducive to a positive work environment, you know, because it is work. But at the end, it's joy and it's happiness because when they see themselves on a big screen and they know they put 110% in and you brought love to the set, it's going to just bring value to the whole film, and the energy is going to be shown on that TV screen or that movie theater screen, or you know, wherever it's going to be shown, or due to your budget. And we'll talk about that in the future, budgets of films and different things like that. But today it's just really filming with a vision, filming knowing that at the end of the day, you don't have a high budget, you know, and you're trying to get across a piece of material that you want others to recognize and say, hey, you know what, this was a great film. It put a lot of work in it, although it was low budget. But at the end of the day, it still got the point across and it looks good. And so there's a lot of mapping out that it must be done with camera work. We'll get into that in the future. Lighting, we'll get into that in the future. Just so many different things and aspects that go into it, you know, the clothing, the proper clothing and different things like that. But these are the basics that I'm giving you today for filming with a vision, making sure that the one thing, the positive affirmation that you can give to yourself and to others is bringing love will definitely bring a positive, conducive atmosphere for your actors and actresses that's on set. So, which leads to me a segue. When I was guerrilla filming back in the day, interviewing artists and actors alike, I was working for Power 99 at the time as a freelance videographer, and I had an opportunity to do Peace on the Street, which was a project that Power 99 had started to kind of suppress the violence that was going on in South Philadelphia, Southwest Philadelphia, and Philadelphia alone. And so in Southwest Philadelphia, actually in West Philadelphia, a group came down by the name of 112. And, you know, all the ladies came out and the fellas came out, and they came to see this group that was popping at that era, 2005, 2006. And obviously, since I was the DVD man on the scene, everybody knew who I was. It was not hard for me to get into events. At the time, FOI, Fruit of Islam, was running the security back then, and they knew me very well. They saw my face, and when I came up with my press pass and looking legit, and I had my logo on my shirts and doing different things like that, they never gave me any problems with getting into any events. They always showed me love. I always gave integrity to my work, and they always made sure that I got the exclusive interview where other people had to fall back. So I got to give love to the Fruit of Islam for knowing my work and knowing me and knowing that I could, that I came professionally and I came to work, and they always looked out for me. So I had a chance to do an interview with 112, and today I'm going to give you a snippet of what they said concerning love and what our city needs the most. Not just our city, our country needs the most when it comes to love. We have to really dig into ourselves and say to ourselves, what is going on, and stop segregating ourselves with the negativity and the negative aura of color. A man should always be judged on his character. I know white people that have beautiful characters just as well as black people that have gorgeous characters. But I also know white people with devilish characters just as well as black people with devilish characters. So I always go by the character of a man, because they will show their true colors in the end, regardless of what ethnicity they are. The power is really in their tongue and what they speak. And I remember reading in a good book that it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but it is what comes out of his mouth. And so when I tell you to speak love on the set when you're filming, you're doing your guerrilla filming, I'm telling you to speak love from the heart so that people can gravitate to you and give you the best work possible. So today, we're going to, without further ado, we're going to allow 112 to give you a piece of what they feel love was back then, and probably still to today. And I hope you enjoy the interview. It was a guerrilla shooting moment for me, and it was a great moment to get this on camera. And you can see it all at www.illadelstyles.net/interviews. You can see the visual of this podcast, and you'll enjoy. When you go to the website, also go check out the gear. I got the gear, man. I got the drip gear by Demetrius. Demetrius is my brother who was killed violently in the streets of Philadelphia by his best friend. And so I made a clothing line for him in efforts to give back something to his daughter in the near future, to show that, family first. And I love my brother to death, to life, and I wanted to give a tribute to him. And so I want you guys to go to the website and check out the gear, the drip gear. We got skateboards, we got cups, we got hats, we got hoodies, long sleeve T-shirts, numerous of things that you can purchase and get, and logos keep filling up each and every day. I got logo for all kinds of stuff, and we definitely want you to go check out the merchandise, as well as check out the exclusive interviews with the stars. And also, I want you to check out my affiliations with different artists and radio stations and different things like that. And I'll definitely go to the station on www.illadelstyles.net. That's ILLADELSTYLES.net. And you will be excited about all the affiliations that can help you as an actor, artist, director, get your word out to the masses through these affiliations. So once again, without further ado, I'm going to turn you on to an exclusive interview from 112, 2005 interview about love, man. And you're going to enjoy this. And I'd like to once again welcome you to the American Philly Film Guerrilla podcast. And check out the interview. All right? I see you on the other side.
Illadelph Styles DVD Street Magazine. Yo, we here live at 112. What's up, fellas?
What's the deal, y'all? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all kicked it live at the Party for Peace, man, and this is what we need in Philadelphia. So how do y'all feel about, the violence across the nation?
Well, violence across the nation, man, is something that we cannot endure anymore, man. It's like it's time that we as black people stop talking about it and be about it. And that's what we came out here for, man, just to let people know that 112 is about peace, man. It's about peace and love, man. So, while we promoting that album, which is in stores, by the way, we got to promote, self-love and, love of your people as well. So,
real quick, what's the album about? What's the album?
Well, the album is simply about love. You know what I'm saying? We talk about all different types of situations, the pleasure and the pains of all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you've been through any type of situation, we want to let everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? 112, we're just as normal as anybody else. And when you listen to our album, when time you press play, you understand you can really relate to any and everything that we've been through. So that's what it is. That's why, you know what I'm saying? It seems like the streets definitely love us. You know what I'm saying? They feeling us. And that's the reason why it's almost platinum bound after the first single.
Yo, we Illadelph Styles, we love y'all, man. We give y'all much love, okay? Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Peace. All right. God bless you.
You just listened to the 112 interview by your boy, Jermaine Quick, Dante Diesel, a.k.a. EQ Philly, which is the name we're going to be using from now on. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you received a blessing from it. And I hope that love is engulfed in you when you're filming. And like I said today, film with a vision. And your films will be extraordinary. Thank you for tuning in to the American Philly Film Guerrilla Podcast. You want any more exclusive material? Go to www.illadelphstyles.net/interviews. Thank you.